Hello and welcome to my 3-part series about book series. So today, that sounded so like welcome to Disney Channel. Anyways, so today I'm going to be talking about series that I have DNF'd. So there isn't a lot of series on here because one, I suck at series anyways, but two, because this was just off the top of my head and I wasn't about to go through Goodreads because Goodreads takes too long to load. So very sorry about that, but yeah. So the first series is Chaos Walking, the first book in the series being The Knife of Never Letting Go. I don't really know if this is actually like a soft DNF or like I'm just done for good. So if you see me reading this series in the future, don't even say nothing. It's only because like I read the first book and it was fine, like it was good, but like I don't know, it was really good when I read it, but like looking back on it, I've read so many other and better series since then, and it's like nobody even talks about this series anymore. Like, you know how like on Book Talk they're rediscovering like old books that were popular? Like nobody talks about The Knife of Never Letting Go. Like the covers are so pretty, especially the black editions, but no, I don't see myself finishing it anytime soon. So Zodiac Academy. So with this one, I have one more book left to read. So when you see me marking number 5 left as read, but like there's too many books in this series, they're too fucking long. I don't have the time for it. I mean, I actually have nothing but time, but they're so long and I don't like long romance books. Like I've actually put an end to reading long romance books unless the books, like I read it and I'm having fun with it. I'm not reading a long book because most of the time these long books I end up getting bored and I end up giving them 3 stars anyways. I don't think that they're, besides like the Spanish Love Deception, but that was like at the start of like this long book era, and so now I'm just completely tired of it. So unless I like start a book and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good, I'm obsessed, I'm not gonna keep reading long books. So with the Zodiac Academy, I just don't see myself finishing these books. They're so long. I don't even see myself, first of all, I suck at reading series. I've read up to number 5, which is actually surprising that I've even gotten that far, but like I'll usually read like 2 books and then 6 months later I'll read 2 more. So I'm like, okay, number 5 is gonna be my last one. I really don't, I think I've spoiled myself because I was looking at her other series that I was maybe, well, their other series that I was maybe interested in. I don't give a damn about that either. So Bridge Kingdom, when this book first came out, I really liked it. I gave it 5 stars. Actually, I had a lot of fun, but the more, I'm just not a romantic-y girl, and if I do like a romantic book, it usually has to have more fantasy than romance, and a lot of these romantic books don't have that. And so like when I look back on this series, I'm just like, it just wasn't that good. I don't know, like it was fun. It's like, it's crazy because when I like when you're reading it, it's fun, but when I look back on it, I'm like, was it though? You know what I'm, does that make any sense at all? Like I had a lot of fun reading it, but when I look back on it, I don't care anymore. Like, and also, and this isn't the author's fault, but the 3rd book took so long to come out because she has a deal with Audible, and Audible does this thing where the authors can't release the book until after the like audiobook, which I think is so fucking dumb. It kind of fucks over the author because then there's people like me who suck. I guess it's a mixture of like I lost interest, but also I just don't care. So then the next is The Magicians, and this isn't because I'm like hate it or anything, because I love the TV show. I'm obsessed with the TV show, but I think because like I read the book and it's a little bit different from the TV show, and it's like as much as I love the TV shows, the book kind of doesn't compare. So if you see me owning the books, it's because I own I love the show so much, and maybe I'll come back and read the rest in the future just to finish it off, maybe, if I own them. I don't know. I only own 1 right now, who knows. But I'm saying, because you know, I say a lot of things, but then once I have an actual job and I have money, I go crazy. So who knows? But as of right now, I don't see myself continuing on. It's not because it's bad or anything. I just don't see it in my future. Evernight, I have it right here. I read the first book. It sucked. Everyone hyped it up. I didn't really care about it that much. Everyone loves Nevernight. I think that it was really boring. It didn't have a lot going on. I don't really think I like nuns. And you know, I was gonna do a vlog because I still own some of the books. Some books that I like, you know, my basement library that I called it, where I kept all my unhauled books. I actually went and got rid of them like last year. I gave them away. I still have some in my room though. So there were some that I was gonna read, kind of like how Lala did with like her closet clean out years ago. I was kind of gonna read some of them to make sure that I want to get rid of them, and I have Nevernight here because I was gonna read it to make sure I want to get rid of it first. But I think I just want to go ahead and get rid of it. Like, I don't think I have any interest in Nevernight, because I read it twice. I read it in like audiobook form and ebook form, and I was like, okay, let me give it a physical try. But I'm like, okay girl, if you didn't like the first 2 times, because I have a thing where like if I don't like a book as much as everyone else liked it, I'm like, okay, maybe I missed something, and I'll go back to it. And sometimes it worked. Like the Raven Boy Cycle, I ended up going back to that series years later and I had a lot of fun. So sometimes I just didn't read it at the right moment. I just don't see I don't like nuns. I read a similar series to this, fuck, I forgot, the Red Sister series. I didn't care, so I'm not gonna care about this one. And I don't know why I thought I would, actually, now that I think about it. What was I thinking? Then I had Dark Tower series. So this is a fantasy series by Stephen King. I just didn't like how he dealt with black characters. The black character, I believe she's also mentally ill, which I love the mentally ill black character representation, but the way that he wrote her made me extremely uncomfortable. And also, you know, I'm a fan of Stephen King, but I can also acknowledge that he says the N-word in all of his books. And usually, except for like It, and they're usually, he uses them, it's obvious that he uses them to show that this person is a villain, because the worst thing you can probably do is say the N-word. So it shows like, okay, this person is a nasty person, like this person is a villain. I don't know why he must show it in all of his books, but that's neither here nor there. But the use of it in this series specifically made me so fucking uncomfortable. I just was like, I had to tap out. I was like, this is where I ended. Like, I can't. I know everyone loves the series, but I couldn't do it. And then I have Divine Rivals, which just came out, very popular on BookTok. I've been spending a lot of time on BookTok, which is so crazy because y'all know how I feel about BookTok. But yeah, so very popular on BookTok. I gave it a read before it became popular. I didn't read it because of BookTok, okay. I gave it a read, I want to say like 2 months ago, and I just thought it was really boring. I don't get the hype. I think that people just hear enemies to lovers and they read a book and they go, I can see it, I love this book. Yeah, it gave enemies to lovers, because this book was not enemies to lovers. And I don't know, yeah. And then also, like, the book is about like gods and these people like living in this world with gods fighting. You didn't see a single god fight in this book. Not a single one fight. Like, girl, why did you just lie to me? Like, the whole series is just a lie. I'm sorry. And like, you guys don't know what enemies to lovers is, and you just take whatever authors give you, and that's your problem. Because the same with Fourth Wing. Like, I love Fourth Wing, but that was marketed as an enemies to lovers, and it was not. It was just slow burn, and barely even that, because it's supposed to be a 5-book series. Sorry, I'll get out my feelings of Fourth Wing when I talk about my series I'm currently reading video, okay? So then I have Half a Soul. I wanted to like, that's not what this is called, Regency something, but I'm gonna call it Half a Soul. I wanted to like this series so bad. Everyone loves this series. Everyone thinks it's so much fun. All they do is talk about this series, and, well, the first book at least. And I'm not a cozy fantasy girl. Like, I'm not. I need plot. I need something to happen. I don't understand how you guys are reading books based off vibes. And it's not, and that's not me being like, trying to be like, I don't get how you, I'm trying to understand. Like, I don't understand how someone can read a book based off vibes and be like, yes, that gave good vibes, even though it didn't have a plot. I'm gonna give it 5. I just don't understand, because it can't be me. Like, I need something happening in my books. I need a plot, I need good characters, I need a good setting, I need all of it. I can't just have like one or the other, because a good writer, and not saying that author is a bad writer, but a good writer can have that. Like, I don't know. I think that also stems from like my fan fiction days. Like, a lot of fan fiction authors wouldn't have plots. Like, they would just write, and it would just be pages and pages of characters just doing stuff and going on adventures. And eventually I ended up getting bored of them. Well, I was also reading real books at the same time, so I would read a real book that had plot and characters and all these things, and I would go and I would read my little fan fiction that didn't have that, and I would be like, That's also before I realized that there are let me not even get on the history of fan fiction and me, okay? This is about the books. So the last book I have is The Name of the Wind, and this one isn't because like I don't want to read it, because I love The Name of the Wind. Like, I had so much fun reading that book. It's because I love The Name of the Wind so much, and I had so much fun reading about magical schools. And in the second book, it doesn't take place in a magical school, so I don't care. Also, it's not even finished, so I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is it for this video. I hope that you liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.